Hello, good morning. I am Srusti Gujjar. This video series is on data structure. First, let's start with the first chapter, Introduction of the Data Structure. First, this is the outline of the this whole lecture, like introduction of data structure, basic terminology, need of the data structure, advantage of data structures, disadvantage of data structure, and data structure classifications. Now, first the introduction of the data structure. Data structure can be defined as the group of the data elements which provide an efficient way of storing and organizing data in the computer so that it can be used efficiently. Like in a computer science, a data structure is a data organization, management, and storage format that enables efficient access and modification. More precisely, a data structure is a collection of data values, the relationship among them, and the functions or operations that can be applied to the data. Now, some example of the data structures are array, linked list, stack, queue, and etc. Data structures are uh, widely used in almost every aspect of the computer science. Example, operating system, compiler design, artificial intelligence, graphics, and many more. Data structures are main part of the computer science algorithm. It plays a vital role in the enhancing the performance of the software or the program. As a main function of a software is a store and retrieve the user's data fast possible. Now, basic terminologies related to data structure. Like first is a data. Data are simply values or sets of values. Data can be defined as an elementary value of the collection of values. For example, student's name and its ID are the data about the student. Now, next term is data items. Data items refers to a single unit of values. Data items that are divided into sub items are called group items. For an example, person name is may be divided into the first name, middle name, and last name. And the data items that are not able to divide into sub items are called elementary items, like SSN numbers. Like next and term is entity. An entity is a something that has certain attributes or properties. We may be assigned values. The values may be either numeric or non-numeric. Suppose if a person age is a numeric and SSN number attributes names person name and so on. Entities with similar attributes from an entity set. Each attribute of an entity set has a range of values, a set of all possible values that could be assigned to a particular attribute. The term information is sometimes used for data with the given attributes of, in the other words, meaningful or processed data. Now, next term is a field. Field is a single elementary unit of information representing an attribute of an entity. Record. Record is a collection of fields, values of the given entity. File is a collection of the records of the entities in a given entity set. Now, why we need a data structure? So first, processor speed, data search, multiple requests. So for multiple reasons, if the thousand of the users are searching for the data simultaneously on web server, then there are the chances that a very large server can be failed during the processes. In order to solve the above problems, data structures are used. Data is organized in the form of data structure in a such a way that all items are not required to be a search and required data can be searched instantly. Now, advantages of the data structures. So first is the efficiency. How it is a efficient, like efficiency of all of the program depends upon the choice of the data structure. For example, suppose we have some data and we need to perform the search for the particular record. In that case, if we organize our data in an array, we will have to search just sequentially, elements by element. Hence, using array may not be very efficient here. There are better data structures which can make the search process efficient, like ordered array, binary search tree, or hash tables, and so on. Now, second one is the reusability. Data structure are reusable. For example, once we have implemented a particular data structure, we can use it at any other place. Implementation of data structure can be compiled into libraries, which can be used by different clients. Now, third one is the abstraction. Data structure is specified by the ADT, which provides a level of abstraction. The client programs or the client users the data structure through the interface only without getting into the implementation details. Now, many more advantages are there for the data structure. Now, disadvantage of the some other advantages of the data structures are data structures allows information storage on hard disk, provide a means for management of large data sets such as databases or internet indexing services. Now, allow safe storage of information on a computer. The information is then available for later use and can be used by multiple programs. Additionally, the information is secure and cannot be lost, especially if it is stored in the magnetic tapes. Allows and another is allows the data use and processing on a software system, allows easier processing of data. Now, some disadvantages of the data structures. Now, only advanced users can make changes to data structures. Any problem involved in data structure will need an expert's help. For example, basic users cannot help themselves. Now, class data structure classification. Now, data structure is divided into two types, primitive data structure and non-primitive data structure. Primitive data structures are basic type of data structure which includes integer, float, character, pointer, and non-primitive data structure are derived from the primitive data structure, which are arrays, list, files, and lists are also divided into linear and non-linear lists, and linear lists, tags and queues, and in non-linear lists, graphs and trees. So now for what is the primitive data structures? So primitive data structures are the basic data structure that directly operate upon the machine instruction. They have different representation on different computers. Now, some example of the primitive data structure are float, integer, character, and pointer. So first we discuss about the float. What is a float? When you listen to a float in the data structure, the first thing which comes in mind, what is mean of the float? If you don't know, let's explain. Float is the term in a data structure which is used in various programming language for defining the variable with the fractional value. This is the contrast of the integer data type. Therefore, the numbers created using the float variable declaration will have decimal point, which means have two digits on both sides of the decimal point. In other words, we can say that programmer use a float term before the name of the variable. Now, next one is the integer. So, an integer defined as the whole number, not an a fraction part. The integer number can be positive, negative, or a zero number, such as 10, 11, 1, 2, -1, -2. All are integers. Integer number can't have a decimal places. Therefore, when two integer numbers are added, subtraction or multiplicated, the result always comes in an integer. Now, next one is what is a character? Character. Character is a data structure represents a letter and symbols such as a single letter, capital B, small b, plus, comma, minus, multiplication, and white spaces. Therefore, it can store the basic character set. It can hold the letter or symbol like N, capital F, and so on. Character can also be different types. Now, next one is a pointer. A pointer represents a storage location in memory. In a memory or a RAM, RAM contains many cells, and the values are stored in these cells. Each cell in a memory is 1 byte, and the memory address is always an unsigned integer. Therefore, each cell has a unique address to identify it. Now, non-primitive data structure. So non-primitive data structure are more complicated data structure and are derived from the primitive data structures. Generally, language provide a way of defining our own data types. Such data types are kept under the non-primitive data structure category. Therefore, there are some more sophisticated data structures that are derived from already said all that are derived from the primitive data structures. The non-primitive data structure emphasize the structuring of the group of homogeneous or heterogeneous data items. Now, some examples of the non-primitive data structures are arrays, lists, files, tags, queues, and graphs and trees. Okay. So first is a array. So what is array? An array is defined as it is a collection of items stored at a contiguous memory locations. We can also say that the arrays are the set of homogeneous data elements stored in the RAM. Therefore, it can hold only one type of data. Therefore, the data may be all floating numbers or all characters or all integers. Therefore, array makes it easier to calculate. What is the position of the each element by simply adding the offset to the base value. Here, this in one dimensional and here the one dimensional and two dimensional example of the array is given where the memory location of the array is given. For suppose Z, the memory location is 101. For U, memory location of is 102 and index of the array is 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Now here in this figure subscript and the array name. Array name is here X and value is stored in the array is 2.1, 4.1, 4.2, 7.2, 3.3, 2.8, 9.1 and so on. And index is given to whole array from 1 to 7. This is the example of the two-dimensional array. First, the array name is X. This is a row subscript and column subscript, means index of the row and column index of the column. Now next one is a list. What is list? The list is defined as it is a collection of a variable number of data items. List or sequence is an abstract data type which always represent a countable number of order values. Every list element contains at least two fields. One field is used for storing the data and another is used for storing the address of the next element. Therefore, we can say that lists are an example of containers as they contain other values. If the same value occurs multiple times, then each occurrence is considered as a distinct item. Now here in this figure shows the linear linked list where the student is the data and where it is first node is considered as a head. The second position or second container is containing the value of the address of the next node. Here this cell is containing the address of the teacher node. So this is the information field and this is the pointer field. Next one is a files. Files contains information and this information is stored permanently in the hard disk on floppy disk. This disk also known as the secondary storage device. You can store a little byte and data and the large amount of data in secondary devices. Therefore, a file name always contains the primary and secondary name, and dot is used for separating for understanding in the better way, like given in the example. Here file name is a welcome.txt, where this is the text file, where primary name is a welcome, separator is a dot, and secondary name or extension of the file is .txt. Now next one is a stack. A stack is a basic data structure. It's defined as the order collection of elements represented by the real physical stack or a pile. Linear data structure features insertion and deletion of the items take place at the one of and call top of the stack. Therefore, in this data structure, set as a stack of books or plates in the stack. You can remove the items from the top order. You can use these concepts or structures all throughout the programming. The implementation of the stack, also known as LIFO operation or last in first out operation. So three basic concepts that can be performed on the stack: push operation, pop operation, and peep operation. Push means insert the items into the stack or top of the stack. Pop, delete an item from the stack or top of the stack. Peep, displaying the content of the stack. So here the structure of the stack is given, where the one stack is given and push and pop operation are considered. Now next data structure is a queue. What are queues? So queues define first in first out type of data structure. FIFO operation. Queues are also a part of the non-primitive linear data structure. Therefore, in queues process, we can insert an element in a queue from the rear end and delete the element from the front end only. Therefore, the queues are implemented using two ways: pointers and arrays. So here in this figure, front and rear is given. So next one is the graphs. Graphs are also non-linear and non-primitive type of data structure. Graph is representing the different types of physical design structures such as used in chemistry, physics, math, and engineering science. There are different types of the graphs like connected graph, non-connected graph, directed graph, non-directed graph. So here in this figure, given the graph which is a directed and connected graph, where vertices are A, B, C, D, and E, and these vertices are connected with the directed edges. So here direction is B from B to A, here from A to C, and so on. Now next is trees. What are the trees? In the classification of data structure, trees also comes in the non-primitive or non-linear category data structure. Using tree, we can represent a hierarchical relationship between the data elements. So here there are different nodes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, where the A is a root node and B, C, and other are child nodes, and D, E, F, G, H, I are also considered as a leaf nodes. So the next topic is a data structure, the most commonly used operations. Like first four operation: create, delete, selection, update. First we discuss create, delete, selection and update. First, what is the create operation? So the create operation, it can be defined as result in a reserving memory for the program elements. This can be done by a declaration statement. The creation of data structure may take a place either during a compile time or during runtime. Deletion operation. So that on the other hand, deletion operation destroys the memory space allocated for the specified data structure. Malloc and free functions are used in some languages. Now the next one is a selection. The selection operation can be defined as it deals with the accessing particular data within the data structure, and the last operation, update. As the name implies, the update modifies the data in the data structure. Hence, the classification of data structure operation, probably new data may be entered or previously stored data may be deleted. Now, other operation performed on the data structure include traversing, searching, sorting, and merging. The first one is a traversing. Traversing a data structure means to visit the elements stored in it. This can be done with the any type of data structure. And why we use this different operations on data structure? So there are different types of operation that can be performed manipulation of the data in every data structure. So next one is a searching. Searching means to find a particular element in the given data structure. It is considered as a successful when the required element is found. Searching is the operation which we can perform on the data structure like array, linked list, tree, graph, and so on. Now next one is a insertion. It is the operation which we apply on all the data structures. Insertion means to add an element in the given data structure. The operation of insertion is successful when the required element is added to the required data structure. It is unsuccessful if some cases when the size of the data structure is full and when there is no space in the data structure to add any additional element. The insertion has the same name as the insertion in the data structure as an array, linked list, graph, tree. Instead, this operation is called push. In the queue, this operation is called the in queue. So already we discussed about the deletion. Okay. So, and the last one is the merging. Merging means we are merging the data using the different data structure. So in a divide and conquer, we are divide the whole the data, and conquer means we collecting the data again after executing. Now this is the references which I have referred for this, and in next lecture we will see the detail about the linked list, queue, stack, And performance analysis and measurement terms like time and space analysis of algorithm, average based and worst case analysis, types of data structure, linear and non-linear data structures. Thank you.